Welcome back to my craft magazine challenge, where I challenge myself and you guys to dust off old magazines and find some great and new inspiration. Today I'm working out of Creating Keepsakes magazine from December 2009, and I found this lovely layout by Kim Watson, and I'm just taking that inspiration and running with it. It has 3 photos. There's the layout, and there's also like a little sketch in this particular one, but I'm just going off with the sketch, and I have it there in the corner. I'm also using some die cuts that I've die cut out of vellum, and they are from the Ink Road company. Most of these papers I'm also using from Pink Paisley, Paige Evans collections, and I'm using 2 different collections. It's a Pick Me Up and Whimsical. I believe those are the 2. So I'm sticking pretty close to the sketch. You can see it up there in the corner on the green paper. And so I'm just playing it off. I am using my own measurements and my own 4x6, or I'm sorry, 3x4 photos. And there's 3 of them, and eventually I'm going to cut them down. So off camera, I did a little bit of pre-planning and picked my background paper, the cardstock paper, and I chose that little heart paper for my background, I guess. But then I have a really hard time choosing the little strips of paper that the additional colors and patterns, I had a hard time deciding and narrowing it down. I love that bow paper, that strip with the bows. I thought it really went well, but I wasn't feeling it. So at the end, I ended up using this matte paper, and I'm sticking to the sketch where she had a scallop border at the very top, and I decided that was really cute and another reason to use my punches and all my tools. So I grabbed that, punched it out, and again, that rainbow strip. I love that rainbow strip. It was beautiful, but I decided against it in the end. Here, I decided I needed to make the photos pop. I wanted them to have a little bit of separation and having that little gap and make them kind of stand out. So I found this nice little teal scrap piece of paper that I had lying around. I matted it all on there, and I'm really happy that I did that. It works, and I'm really happy with that. So now I'm just going to stick with it. I'm going to commit, and I'm going to start gluing my papers down. So I'd love to hear from you guys. How do you guys find inspiration, or where do you guys find inspiration? Do you guys just find it online, on Instagram? Do you guys have old magazines like I do laying around, but they're just collecting dust? But yeah, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. So as you probably can tell, I decided to gut the back of that paper. I hate the thought of just leaving paper back there like that, not being used or having more potential. So I cut my backs out. I just mark it and cut it out. Then I realized I almost forgot about these beautiful vellum florals, and I was just checking to see if they fit, and I should move that white piece down, but I think I can make it work. And again, I still haven't decided on which papers I should use, but I end up deciding to use the matte print just like at the top. I think it coordinates quite well and has kind of a little bit of symmetry, if you will. And I cut out some little labels or like journaling spots from Paige Evans, and I cut just the pink one and put it there at the bottom. Now I'm finally committing. I'm just gonna do it, stick it all down. Sometimes you just gotta commit, right? And now that I got the base layers all down, the rest of the process is pretty straightforward. It's just kind of the playing around with the title, the embellishments, and I'm really bad at getting my journaling down, and I usually get that off screen after some time. So I'll be working on that in 2020. But that's my goal. So the embellishments, I love how these turned out. At first, I did want to keep them pretty simple, not too many details. I was just going to keep the die cut florals just as they were, kind of subtle little texture. But once I saw all the stickers and the fun embellishments that come with Paige Evans collections, I just wanted to put a little bit of Paige Evans on there, as in layering pictures and words and hearts and all the good things. So I'm getting my title down, which another thing, I had a hard time picking a title, but Good Times is always a good title, right? So in a second, I'm going to bring in all the stickers and I get carried away a bit. In the original inspiration, the layout, there's actually very minimal embellishments. They just have some like snowflakes up at the top. And I think that's what drew me to that layout originally, was just the simplicity of it. And the 3 photos, of course, and just the simplicity. But I got carried away, but that's fine. That's the whole point of inspirations, right? So I put 3 little word labels there to make kind of a triangle around the photos. And then I brought in those florals, which layered on top and gives that really cool dimension of just extra layers. And again, just reminded me of Paige Evans and how she is so inspirational with all her layering. It's lovely. So I'm pretty much finishing up, just dotting a few hearts and flowers here and there. And this pretty much kind of brings it to the end. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below. I'd love to hear from you and what you thought on my take of this layout. And check me out on Instagram. My link will be down below. Here's a quick little shot of a close-up of the layout and the little clusters that I made. Thanks again for joining me on this challenge. I'd love to see your guys' challenges. Tag me on Instagram, and I'd love to see your work. Thanks again for watching, you guys.